y'all, welcome back. So I missed last week.
How very day.
That's my bad. Just had a lot going on. But anyways, hi. Today we are going to take a look at the Daily Doodle Diary. January is over and I managed to complete the first month. So you could say this is an accountability check. It's holding up pretty well despite the thin paper. You've already seen me put these little doodles in, so we're going to move on to the calendar section. I write a little description of what I did for the day. It's nice to be able to look back on and just see it all in one place. And I have a cute pickle sticker to start off the page. I played around with some stickers before the year started, just to play, you know. I figured I would use a lot of these pages at the start as a swatching area to see what would and would not bleed through the paper, and of course to see how they look on the paper. This page I was just bored and had a lot of floral stickers and just covered the page. Now on to day one. With it being the year of the horse, I had to do a horse, of course.
I'll show 'em who's the brains of this outfit.
I went pretty simple with it and tried a little neurographic style with the tail. I do like the way it looks, but need to practice that more. And this day I saw a reference of a taxidermy oddity. I assume it was a fake taxidermy because the scale was smaller than the average deer. Either way, I liked it and wanted to draw it. I ended up running out of time for the day, but revisiting this on another day could be fun. Oh, this is a funny looking combo. So day 3 we have Princess Emerald from Magic Knight Rayearth. I'm still working on drawing people and faces and the like, so I drew her and tried a different style. Not bad, still have a ways to go though. And then we have Olaf. I did this with my daughter. She and I were coloring and she wanted me to draw Olaf. And this is what I came up with. It's pretty funny because you would think he'd be easy, but with no reference, I can't remember all of the details. And then just a funny little rabbit and the fortune for my fortune cookie that day. I remember on this day, I did not have a lot of time, so I wanted to do something quick. So I did a 10-minute drawing. Again, trying to work on drawing people and get more comfortable with it. And the next day I decided to do the same. I did both of these with pen, and needless to say, I have a lot of work. Okay, I love this spread so much. I would say these are my favorite days in January. It of course started with day 7. I just wanted to draw an owl and found an adorable reference. I kept the overall design pretty simple and think he turned out great. Is he singing or yelling? Who knows? I showed this to my husband and I mentioned trying to do another owl, sort of reacting to the first owl for the next day, and he brought up the damn it Carl meme, or whatever it is. And this is what came of it, a very exasperated owl. Now we enter my collage era. This strawberry collage was just a test, just playing around to see if I enjoyed the process. And the design was meh, but I didn't hate the process. So I ended up prepping some paper for the next day. When I try something new, I like to do things that I know. So I gave it another go and found this one much more enjoyable. Gengar was a simple shape and basically one color, which made this a good practice piece. If I can get this page turned, goodness gracious, there we go. I also did Larvitar. This one took a little more effort, and I tried to create an environment for him too. It was halfway through this one that I was like, I really like collage. It's a lot of fun, but this is not a daily doodle art form. It takes a lot of time, and I tend to go ham, so I'm spending hours on something to me that is meant to be a little quicker. So collaging will be for bigger pieces. Whipping out the acrylic markers, I decided to draw a pufferfish. I think I also used some Tombow markers on this one. It turned out pretty cute. On the 13th, I wanted to do something simple that didn't require a lot of thought. I remember when I was looking into neurographic art, I saw a lot of things like this. So yeah, this is what I came up with. On this day, I was watching another artist, Pikarar, and she was playing with colors and scribbling, and I just kind of scribbled along with her, and this is what happened. I did enjoy doing this a lot. It's funny, I feel like this took a lot less brain power than yesterday's page, and I like the end result. Here I drew some ginkgo leaves and just keeping it simple. And would you look at that? I missed adding details to that little leaf in the bottom. Way to go, past me! And finished it with a bright green background. That was just the color that stuck out to me that day. On this day, I wanted to try a transparent effect and failed, really. It took longer than it should have to find this gray, and once I got to this point, I liked the way it looked and I didn't want to mess with it anymore, if I'm being honest. Saturdays and Sundays I don't always have a lot of time. For both of these days, I decided to do 10-minute studies again, working on figures again, this time using pencil. I feel like they look better than the first set. I'm not sure if that's because of the pencil or what. Here I wanted to try to draw another character in a different style. Chose Shinobu. I'm not sold on the eyes. I like the eyes from Princess Emerald better, but now I know. I still don't have a solid style, but figuring out what I like and don't are the steps to getting there. On this day I pulled out some inks and gave those a try. Saw a reference for a whale and just experimented a bit with ink and paint markers. Inks are definitely something I want to explore more. Oh boy, this spread is chaos. I had a bit too much ink left over from yesterday, so I just put ink to paper. No thoughts, just did whatever, and it absolutely looks like that's what I did. And then added little flowers. But the ink is pretty, it's blue and sparkly. It could be more interesting to do on a bigger scale and with more colors, I don't know. Abstract isn't really my thing. And Thursday, here, I was just bored and just drew what came to mind, and that's how Pig Bunny was born. Okay, this spread is a fun one. This day I was drawing again with my daughter, and we were drawing monsters, and I thought a pizza monster could be fun, and it was. I need to refine the idea a bit, but for the time spent on it and using kids' Crayola markers, it turned out pretty decent. After that I actually fell behind, so this day and the next I didn't do until Monday, which is what it is. For Saturday I decided to draw a Dumbo octopus because they're cute. It turned out pretty cute too. I had fun with this little guy. For Sunday, I decided to draw some eyes. I found several references and just started drawing. In case you couldn't figure out what the subject of the page was, I added the word to the top there. And on the final week, I couldn't decide what to draw, so I found a prompt list, and tulips was the first prompt. So I found a reference for tulips and drew. The pink on pink was in one of the references, and it was pretty, so I did the same. Alright, my last human attempt for January. I actually like how this one turned out. I did sketch this one in pencil before I went in with pen, which I think helped a lot. Maybe one day I will be good enough to do start to finish in pen, but for now, this works. And then we have a cute little fox with a crown. It started with the fox in the middle, and I really liked how it turned out. And then I did the little close-up at the bottom, and then struggled to draw it again, so I shifted gears to drawing a simple Art Nouveau style frame around it. Two separate ideas, but not bad together. Next up, we have a very simple pattern. Just another day, I felt like keeping it simple and low effort. It's okay. Even with the pages of chaos, this one is probably my least favorite so far. Alright, second to last doodle. This one has potential for more. Even now, I'm not sure what prompted this cute drippy monster, but he's just so sad and droopy. And then you have these little monsters that could be the babies before they grow up into sad droopy monsters. And lastly, day 31. The sun sets on January. I tried out painting a sunset with acrylic markers and playing with colors. This one was fun. I don't know if I'll do a sunset at the end of every month, but who knows? That could be a fun little challenge to myself. We'll see. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this tour through month 1 of my daily doodle diary. I will see you all in the next one. Bye!